Hi, today I'm taking a look at Starblade Alpha, released on the PlayStation. It says 1994 on there. Don't know if that's the right date. It also says 1991. This was originally an arcade release. So it looks like this version offers a standard vanilla version and a slightly prettied up version. So I'll go ahead and take a look at the nicer looking one. Starblade is what you call an on-rails shooter, meaning the only thing you really control is the cursor and the gunfire. The ship is sort of flying itself. You're not really in control, so in that sense it's kind of like playing a movie. Pretty sure all that background stuff is just pre-rendered with the exception of the ships. And it's a lot like the original Star Wars arcade game. The vector graphics one. So yeah, you're just controlling the cursor, trying to shoot everything before it shoots you. All the buttons seem to just fire the laser. I don't think I have any kind of special bombs or anything like that. I think we're making the jump to light speed here. Woo. Got kind of dubious looking asteroid field here. I think some of them are shooting at you. Yeah, those little sparkly things remind me a lot of the Star Wars arcade game, which was a true classic. I think those vector graphics still hold up today. The sit-down machine with the joystick and everything was a hell of a lot of fun. I have to admit, I have some very fond memories of that game and this one as well. One of the last arcades that I remember was at my university, the one I went to and graduated from. The first semester I started there was the last semester that they had the old arcade. It was kind of a dank, dingy affair they had in the basement of the old student union. And it had a lot of classic retro games. There was a Starblade machine, which was one of the newer ones. There was also a Star Wars vector graphics sit-down arcade machine. And it was only $0.25, and I spent quite a few there between classes. Kind of helped calm me down a little bit because, again, it was my first semester. Kind of a whole new life. I was a small fish in a big pond, so to speak. So yeah, I played the Star Wars one, and I played Starblade too. It was kind of impressive at the time because they had it on a big, large rear projection monitor or television, and it was controlled with a joystick as well. I think you sat down. But like a lot of those TVs at the time, the rear projection models, it had some screen burn-in. Like you could always see where the energy meters were, 'cause it was just sort of etched into the picture tube. So yeah, I think that machine was kind of on its last legs. And they took those old arcade games away when they rebuilt the student union. It was basically under construction for the next couple years, and then by the time I graduated, there was a new student union, but it was full of like newer DDR type machines. So yeah, that's why this game has a little bit of nostalgia factor for me. Otherwise, nothing too impressive going on, really. I mean, the graphics even touched up a little bit as they are here. I think they just basically added some lens flare. Some little textures, like the stripes that you see on some of the ships. But these graphics look like they could have been done on a 32X, or maybe even a Super Nintendo with an FX chip. The sound is pretty uninspiring. I went ahead and left it on because there doesn't seem to be any music to speak of. I turned it way down so it wouldn't drown me out. I know the person who is talking over the loudspeaker or over the comm channel here has got to go down in history as one of the most bored sounding narrators in gaming history. He sounds a lot like Ben Stein in those Clear Eyes commercials. Come in, Geosword. Yeah. Whatever. It was a paycheck, I'm sure. Although given when this game came out, it may very well have been one of the designers or producers. Back in those days, they didn't have the budgets they do now, working for the AAA companies, so they did a lot of their own voice acting, even motion capture work. Had to be kind of fun in a way. Some of these games were basically produced out of a garage. So yeah, you're just leading this solitary assault on your enemy here. I think it's called Red Eye, and I think it's kind of a Death Star ripoff. I think in the end you do go into the reactor core. Wow, getting my ass handed to me. And my thumb is getting tired from just constantly jamming down on that fire button. You have to remember this was originally an arcade game, and it was definitely designed to get your quarters. At least it does let you pause. Gotta give it props for that.
Danger, shields low. Danger, shields low. Danger, shields low.
But yeah, this is a lot less impressive without the large screen, without the joystick. I suppose I could hook one up. I'm playing this over an emulator. It's showing me my progress there. I believe this might actually be the end of the game. That's Red Eye. Death Star ripoff. It's even got that little dimple there.
Red Eye shielded by special energy shields. There are enemy access passages.
Looks like they left a thermal exhaust port unguarded.
Red Eye service. Shift to service location. Remote ship verified.
I guess you can forgive arcade games for having a certain lack of imagination.
Wave cannon attack weapon that can destroy star systems by tapping the star's own energy for the weapon's power source.
I guess this is a lot more organic looking than the Death Star surface.
Navigating the ravine in order to avoid radar detection.
So it goes without saying this is a pretty short game. I think there's one or two more levels after this one. I haven't been playing for too long. But again, arcade game, what do you expect?
Making a quick turn.
And honestly, I really don't have too much more to say about this one.
Quick turn.
I have some nostalgic memories playing this, but looking back, it didn't age very well. Anyway, that's a look at Starblade Alpha for the PlayStation. Thank you for watching.